Hello, my name is Nate Allen, aka HozX, and this is going to be definitely a different type of video for the channel, but I'm excited to talk about it. So, I'm addicted to Deadlock, a new Valve game, an unfinished game. I really just wanted to talk about it because I haven't uploaded in a few days, and even the content I have been uploading recently pretty much been Deadlock related, so I know it's confused a lot of y'all. So we're going to talk about my addiction today, and I'm gonna have fun talking about it. Some of you guys have noticed that I changed my entire channel to cover a strange game called Deadlock. I also made a community post addressing this massive shift and what the future holds for the channel. In this video, I'm going to go more in depth into why I changed my whole channel to start making content for this game, the brilliance of Deadlock, and what everyone can expect to see going forward. So grab a snack and a drink, start your matchmaking queue, or keep playing whatever game you're playing while listening to this in the background. Also, every like and subscribe and comment helps my channel, so if you enjoy this content, please let me know what your favorite part of the video is in the comment section, and hit that like button and subscribe today. So let me just start from the beginning. What even is Deadlock? Deadlock is a new 6v6 MOBA shooter by Valve that previously was being developed under the name Neon Prime. When Valve secretly trademarked Neon Prime and confirmed it as a project, many people assumed it was Valve's answer to Blizzard's Overwatch or League of Legends Valorant, and that it was basically a shooting game with heroes. Valve gave people absolutely nothing to work with when it comes to info on this project. Rumors were that it was a Dota-based game because of IceFrog, who was rumored to be involved with the project, but no one knew much else outside of that. Fast forward 2 years later, and leaked screenshots/videos start populating the internet of people playing a game called Deadlock. Apparently, this is Neon Prime, but with a dirty, grittier coat of paint and major changes to the overall design/aesthetic of the game. This is when it first popped into my sphere of consciousness. A new shooting game that had MOBA characteristics by Valve? I needed this game, but I didn't have a playtest key. There also was an embargo on recording footage/making content about the game, thus leading to scarce info on ways to get in. But nonetheless, I waited patiently for my chance to play. Videos and screenshots kept populating my Twitter timeline every day throughout July going into August. Then one day in late August, can't remember exactly which one, I received an invite from a random Steam user. I don't remember adding them to my friends list, but it didn't matter because it was an invite to play Deadlock. I immediately recognized the menu design from Dota 2, especially in its early days. It says at the top underneath the logo that this is an early development build. The game opens with a cutscene highlighting Broadway Street, panning down from the side of dilapidated buildings, a green smoky haze oozing from an open sewer lid, which is all captivating enough until you notice the cigarette-smoking blue police demon eyeing you suspiciously from the street corner. Now, I have played shooters, I've played third-person shooters, and I've played MOBAs. How different could this game be from any of those? Let me tell you, I had no clue what I was stepping into. This game is not like Fortnite, Overwatch, or Valorant. This game is more like a combination of Dota 2, Team Fortress 2, Smite, League of Legends, and Quake combined. There are lanes, creeps to last hit, shops to buy items to upgrade your character as the game progresses, but there are also runes, vertical movement, and shooting mechanics, reloading, and weapon spread. Every character in this game has a ranged weapon and can melee. There's pairing, like a fighting game too. This weird fusion of games make for an experience that can be fun for casual players, but will greatly benefit competitive gamers that want a more skill-based environment. There are balance issues between heroes and matchmaking that need to be ironed out, but there's so much potential for outplay due to every hero having immediate access to fundamentals like the ability to dodge, melee, or parry in a fight. A well-timed parry can completely turn a losing fight against the most fed hero. After my first 10 games of Deadlock, I was hooked into the post-world altering Portal New York City and was captivated by the hero designs. Each hero feels unique, and their aesthetic is like a visual novel. For example, look at the hero Lady Geist. She's wearing an early 1900s vintage looking dress and has a youthful face but long gray hair that pours over to one side. She is also sporting a revolver and a glowing green arm. She has a very clear color palette and aesthetic that complements her background. If I didn't tell you anything about this character, what would you assume her abilities would be? I'll give you a few seconds. In fact, go ahead and let me know in the comment section what your guess is if you've never played this game and don't know who this is. Alright, if you guessed dark magic, burst damage, or some form of poison type abilities, you'll be on the money. It is easy to guess what she does just from looking at her, but there's so much more to discover through playing the character. Each hero has unique movement animations, including but not limited to shooting animations, peak animations, ways to use the sky rail, and much more. There are even heroes that move faster than others because of some innate passive trait that the hero possesses that was not listed anywhere in the hero info section. For example, the hero 7 is the only hero that moves faster with Spiro power, and that's not listed anywhere in the bio. Ray Talon used to move faster with Spiro power, but they recently changed that. Now let's take a second to talk about matchmaking, because matchmaking is handled differently in Deadlock than any other MOBA I have played. It is based on which heroes you choose. Now this is similar to Heroes of the Storm, but the way they do it is a little different. Purple is high priority, yellow is second highest priority, and white is your lowest priority hero. You can play 10 games and get your highest priority hero every game. If you don't want to learn other heroes, you technically never have to. You can focus on specializing 1 to 2 heroes while practicing the fundamentals. When it comes to MMR or matchmaking rating, it is rumored that it is hero based, which means that if you play many games with one hero and dominate with them, your games will likely get more difficult the more you win. But if you queue with a new hero that you haven't played before, the matchmaking will adjust to consider that. Now, I can't confirm if this is true or not, as it is speculative and based on Reddit information. What I can tell you is that my games got much more difficult after my first 10. There was a moment where I lost over 10 matches in a row, and I was very salty. But it was matchmaking trying to adjust my playstyle and find opponents that would challenge me. I also kept changing heroes every match to learn what they do, which probably confused the system a bit. Once I realized Lady Geist was a warlock type of character, I started mainly using her to queue and learn the game match by match. I like caster type heroes like Death Prophet and Pugna in Dota 2, so I was already pretty familiar with her kit. Each game that I played, I noticed the differences between Deadlock and Dota and the ways they chose to solve specific problems. For example, in Dota 2, there's a courier that will fly items to you, so you don't have to go back to base to buy items. In Deadlock, there's a shop right next to your first tower, allowing you to quickly purchase items in the middle of fighting. This change is massive as it greatly increases the speed of matches due to having instant access to power spikes early game. There's no walking back to base in Deadlock. You use these sky rails to quickly maneuver around the map, thus also increasing the pace of the game. There are no dedicated roles in Deadlock, actual levels, or micromanaging in the game as of now. When you gain souls, your character gets stronger, allowing you to put points into skills, but there's no explicit power level to your character. I started to truly understand how different that was in my 5th game when I saw my opponent hit 3k souls before me and use their ult to destroy me. I tried to look at their level and was dumbfounded. Also, because gaining souls gives you levels and it's spendable currency, it simplifies understanding how powerful a hero is throughout the game. You can look at the top of the screen and guess that the hero with the most souls at any given time is likely the strongest player in the map. In Dota, this is different because there are dedicated support roles in heroes that don't need gold to be effective. The richest player isn't necessarily the strongest. Alchemist is almost always the highest net worth on the map due to his innate ability to gain more gold. Alchemist is not typically the strongest in the map until very late game. You can literally just walk up to him and kill him with all that gold. The laning stage, or the first 10 minutes of the game, are vastly different than any other MOBA I have played. Firstly, these are 6v6 games. The lane dynamic is established at the very beginning of the match, with 2 duo lanes in the middle, 2 solo lanes on the outside. For the first 10 minutes, the duo lanes share souls, which means that any souls gained are split between both players. This dynamic means that one player could focus more on lasting and the other could harass, or vice versa, but it doesn't matter which one. Gone are the days of your carry complaining about you taking their last hits. This is a major change to the MOBA status quo, and I don't see enough people complimenting this design. The greediest players in the game can just go to the solo lanes on the side, but there's no benefit in having a lane by yourself before 10 minutes. After that time has passed, the soul split is gone, incentivizing players to leave their lane to pressure others or farm camp. The more you push your creeps into the enemy, the sky rail extends to have control over the whole map. The goal of the game is just like Dota: push their base and destroy their patron. What makes this game shine is the different ways you can achieve this goal and the creativity that you express through building your character. For brevity's sake, I'm not going to go into detail regarding the item shop, hero builds, or how sharp the replay/watch functions are in an early development build. Instead, I will just mention that the items in the game are balanced in the best way possible. There are items that can make you just like any other hero in the game. with functions like leaping high into the air, flying around the map on a magic carpet, or making yourself a giant heavy punching demon with Colossus. And yes, you heard that right. There's an item in the game that you can use to fly around the entire map, and it's called Magic Carpet, and it's very fast. Valve still has not officially announced a release date for Deadlock. It is still in early development and could potentially flop before it ever gets released. With that being said, I truly believe in this project. The last time a game really made me feel like this, it was Fortnite before it blew up. Yes, I was one of the people playing Fortnite during alpha phase and decided not to make content surrounding it. What a huge mistake. Also experienced Dota 2 in its infant stages and once again did not capitalize on the height of its popularity by making content. I vow to not miss the train this time. That is why I completely changed my channel and have uploaded videos surrounding this game out of the blue. I want to be known as an early adopter and content creator for this IP, and what better time there is than to start now. If you are also playing Deadlock and experiencing this wave of hype with me, please comment down below and mention your channel and what kind of content you make. Hopefully the section serves a hub to find new content creators and we can grow this community one upload at a time. I see Deadlock being as big as League of Legends or Dota someday. Maybe not as big as Fortnite. I don't even think I really want that. Anyways, thank you for listening to my TED Talk about Deadlock. I'm going to go back to queuing for matches. Been playing Shiv and Kelvin a lot and greatly increased my win rate. I won 5 of 7 of my placement matches for rank this week, and I'm excited for the future of Deadlock. If you are new to my content, hit that subscribe button and like the video to help support the channel. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.